Oh, hey, how are you guys doing? You just caught me going for a fresh little stroll in the best shoes in the world that can take you anywhere. So, do I have a brand new song for you? No. Like last time, this song is as old as dirt. Not as old as the last one, but definitely a contender. But, like the last song, it would change the world of hip-hop, and it would end the debate of what shoe is king, and would be the first endorsement deal with a major brand, that brand being the Adidas. And if I'm gonna get a little bit patriotic for a second, heroes like Terry Fox repped Adidas, because look at this thing, what the fuck is this? Who runs around in this? This is trash. We all know what shoe is king, and that is the Adidas. So, without further ado, let's put some fucking respect on the boys of RunDMC. Take your goddamn shoelaces out, let's squeak across the bathroom floor, and let's get right into this bitch. So today, you got groups like the Migos, and other groups like, I literally can't think of another rap. Anyways, like I'm trying to make a point, the rap game is dominated by individual artists today, but back in the 80s, if you wanted to make it, you needed to be part of a motherfucking group, you know what I'm saying? Back in this day, if you weren't in a collective of MCs and DJs, well, that was your first mistake. You already fucked up. Because like I said, you needed to be part of a group back in the 80s. RunDMC would dominate the airwaves at the time, with the only other major rap group being Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. Which I'll do a little shout out, already made a video about those guys, absolute legends. But RunDMC would change the hip hop game from guys wearing tight leather pants and moon boots to looking like they just popped off the set of fucking BMF. Rocking bucket hats, big ass chains, and definitely inspired the look of Big Meech. Oh, why thank you. Like I was saying, RunDMC was the king back in the day, probably your aunt's favorite rap group. And in 1986, they would just blast through the motherfucking atmosphere. They already had 3 major albums, but they would come out with their third, and on the third one would have the song My Adidas. And like they said, when they stepped on stage at Live Aid, all the people gave, and then Adidas gave them a major brand deal. Because they seen how many fans of RunDMC repped Adidas shoes and thought it'd be a lucrative deal to make. It all started in 1986, the trio that had just dropped their groundbreaking third album, Raising Hell, which included the single, like I said, My Adidas, and were set to perform at Madison Square Gardens. Leroy Cohen, some big fucking hotshot at Adidas. No, just kidding. No, he was actually their fucking road manager. Invited Angelo Ananostio, which sounds like a more hotshot Adidas name, to be honest, backstage to check out the show. And this guy, needless to say, was pretty fucking impressed. Half the crowd was whipping around their Adidas shoes and getting all amped up when they performed the song. And this guy was like, well, you know, I'd be pretty much a fucking idiot not to give these guys 1.6 million doll hairs. And this moment became part of the hip-hop gospel. And that's a fact, because I read this straight off beatsandrhymeslist.com, which isn't Wikipedia, so you know it's just 100% fucking fact. And then Adidas just became a fucking must to be taken serious in any setting, with Nike at this time, you know, being a struggling brand. And, you know, I whipped that shoe back there. Just fucking useless. That's what people thought of it back in the day. And that's what I still think of it now, to be honest with you. And, you know, Adidas, you know, it laid the foundation for hip-hop. So let's put some fucking respect back on the stripes. Stripes over checks. Let's show some fucking respect. And the only reason Nike is so popular today is because it was saved by their Lord and Savior, Miguel Jordan. And these guys were from one of the most legendary fucking boroughs in New York City, Queens. Let's get real. This place has spawned so many fucking legendary rappers, it's not even funny. And they would stomp out of Hollis, Queens, creating a blueprint on how to make money in the rap game. And right now, I'm watching the video, guys, just getting some inspiration. These guys were the real deal. Like I said, they laid like a foundation for style in hip hop. They changed the game of hip hop. They had some fucking serious bangers. You know, they had Tricky, all sorts of shit. I don't know. I don't know how long you guys want me to go on about RunDMC to show you that these guys were, you know, fucking legendary. But I hope I did them some justice. Guys today, they're really just not showing up like rappers did back in the 80s. But like I said, I hope you guys like that video. I'm always making shit, random shit. And if you guys really like that video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And me and my buddy Matt, we got another channel. We're always up to something new. And yeah, I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna slip into a fresh pair of Adidas because I'm a very busy man. I got somewhere to be. But you guys just take it easy, and I'll catch you motherfuckers in the comments. Back in this day, if you weren't in a collective of MCs and DJs, well, that was your first mistake. You already fucked up.